Okay, YouTube, so now I'm going to tell you about my MEPS experience. For those of you that do not know what MEPS is, it stands for Military Entrance Processing Station. Okay, why it's called that. Whenever you are wanting to join the military, you first have to process at a station called MEPS, and it's first you go through a complete physical, and I'll talk about that and everything I had to do. And then after that, you visit, according to whichever branch you're going into, you're a liaison, and you pick a job. And then later, after that, you will swear in. That happens all on the same day. Your day starts very early in the morning. First, Sunday, my dad drove me an hour away from my home to my recruiting office. Whenever I got there, I finished whatever paperwork left I had to do. And then I got on a bus with other people, and we rode to Atlanta because I live in Georgia. Now you go to the MEPS in Atlanta if you're from Georgia, or parts of Florida, parts of Alabama, some other areas, just depending on where you live. So I went to Atlanta to a hotel because you stay there overnight first. We got there an hour before we could check in, so again I had to wait. And then even more people got there. Ignore that. Okay, and so then after that, you go to the little, meeting room, and you have to sign in and do all that stuff, and you get your room key, and you have a roommate. Okay? No, you don't know them. Well, I guess it's possible, because there were actually people there from my school, but they were guys, and the girls and guys are separated, obviously. So your day starts the next day. It starts you have to be down for breakfast by 4:30 in the morning. So I set my alarm for 3 o'clock because I had to take a shower and get ready and all that. So then we ate at 4:30 in the morning, and breakfast was not all that good. I thought it was going to be good. It looked really good. We had pancakes, and they, I guess, were like the microwavable kind. It was disgusting. So I didn't really eat. We had an orange juice, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, do not drink orange juice. Get the water, which I drank both, but I completely have forgotten about not drinking orange juice, and I'll tell you why later. Okay, if there's a pool there, don't get in it, because if you get water in your ears, that can mess up your hearing test, which I'll also get into later. Okay, so then after everybody eats and we check out and everything, everyone loads on a shuttle bus. Okay, and this takes us to the actual MEPS, which was about 20 minutes, maybe even less than that, from the hotel. And then once you get there, you are sitting there for a little bit, and a person, kind of briefs you a little bit, and then you line up. Well, first when I got there, you line up by your branch, and then you go through a metal detector, just like an airport. And then you line up again, and you get your little document. I'm doing a video. And so then after that, your actual processing starts, all the medical stuff. The first thing I had to do was have my blood pressure taken, and the pulse, and they ask you for your hair color and your eye color, and that's pretty much it. And then you go to the next thing you have to do, and at this point the girls and the guys are separated. And then I'm not sure exactly what order I had to do everything, so I'm just going to tell you everything I had to do. I had the blood pressure taken, and then I had blood drawn to test for HIV. And then I had to go and I had to fill out the paperwork stuff, like, have you ever been hospitalized, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then I had to do a breathalyzer test. And then I had to pee in a cup to be tested for pregnancy and for drugs. And whenever you pee in a cup, someone is there watching you. The lady has to make sure that it is your urine and not someone else's. So that was kind of bad for me because I have a shy bladder. So I was sitting there and I was like, can you turn on the water? So she did, but it was all good. So now this is why you should not drink orange juice. Okay, I had to retake mine because, well, she said there was like too much protein in my urine. What? How do you have too much protein? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. So anyway, then I had to go drink a lot of water and do it again. So to avoid that, maybe not drink orange juice, because I had heard that rule, but I forgotten it while I was drinking orange juice that morning. Okay, another thing I did, okay, the hearing test. That was first. You go into a room, there's like 5 other, it's kind of like this closeted thing, because they like shut the door, and you put on headphones, and you have a little clicker. Don't wear earrings. If you're a girl, don't have any piercings in at all. If you have a belly button piercing, take it out. You're not supposed to wear the earrings because it can alter your hearing test. Okay, so unfortunately I have these 2 up here. I actually had 3 of them in. I was able to take the top one out, but I could for the life of me not get those 2 out. And so yeah, they were yelling at me about that. I was like, sorry. So I took it with them in, and I passed. Your scores, there's like I don't know, like 10 different slots, and your score is from a 0 to a, has to be from a 0 to a 30. That's what's considered normal hearing. Okay, if it reaches a, each time you click it and it doesn't, there's no beep, or it beeps and you miss it, it goes up by increments of 5. 0 will be perfect hearing. I had one that was a 0, my highest was a 25, and that happened like twice, I think. So I guess if you get a 35, then you failed. Luckily, nobody that in my group failed. Okay, but it was really hard. Like, those beeps, you cannot hear them, and then there were sometimes I was sitting there, and I was like, was that a beep? Like, I thought I was just hearing things, because it was terrible. But so I was just clicking away, and also it was bad because you can hear, because there's like 4 other people in the little room with you, you can hear them clicking their clicker. So that was beyond annoying. Okay, now the vision test. I also thought I was going to fail that because I did not have my glasses with me, which I think they test you without your glasses anyways, and with them maybe, or something. I don't even know, because I didn't have mine, so I didn't have to worry about that. Which I never wear mine anyways, which is why I didn't have them. But that guy was so rude to me because I did not understand the little contraption that I had put my head in, and I was having some difficulties, and then he was just yelling at me, not being helpful at all. But anyway, I finally got it, and I passed that, although I did fail the depth perception, but the depth perception was absolutely ridiculous. How are you supposed to judge depth on a screen? I don't know. If it's not actually a depth, how are you, what, I don't know. I didn't get that. I guess one of the circles was supposed to look 3D. I don't know. It was really dumb. I think, like, everybody that I talked to failed their depth perception. Luckily, failing depth perception does not matter. It only matters for certain jobs you will no longer be eligible for. Okay, so that pretty much takes care of everything. Now getting into seeing the doctor. This is where I got pissed off. She was a biddy. I did not like her at all. She was very rude. After she gave me some devastating news, I was just sitting there because I was like really pissed off, and I was like, holy crap, I just completely wasted my time, wasted my day, missing a day of school, wasted sitting here for hours, and wasted gas and everything else. And I was really mad, and I was like, well, I'm upset now. And then she was like, well, I don't care, you need to get over it. And I was like, who are you? I mean, I didn't say that. I just stared at her. And then she was like, oh, you're getting an attitude, and I'm about ready to get one back. And I was like, what? And then she was like, do you make the rules? And I was like, no. And she was like, do you like rules? And I was like, I abide by them. Like, I don't know what her problem was, but she was just going off on me, and I was just sitting there. I didn't even say anything. I was just sitting there. Anyways, yeah, I did not like her, because she told me that I could not swear on that day because I'm on Accutane. Had I known that I was not going to be able to. Because of that, I would not have said anything about Accutane, but I didn't think it was going to matter because I take this for cosmetic reasons, not for my health. So that's like the dumbest reason I've ever heard of. And so I had to be off of it for at least 2 months before I can actually swear in. But I was able to finish the rest of my physical. So whenever I go back, I'm not going to have to redo it. Okay, so next. This is whenever all the girls go into a room with all the girls and you strip down to just your bra and underwear. You have to wear an actual bra. It cannot be a sports bra. Okay? And please wear granny panties for the sake of everyone else in the room. Okay, this is whenever you do all your cute little this number with your hands and things with your feet, pushing, and you do the duck walk. You have to walk around the room briskly. Those sorts of things. That's pretty much all that. And that's whenever the lady told me I had to take out my belly button ring. I didn't really see what that had to do with anything. But yeah, so I had to take that out for that. Okay, and then after that, one by one, you go into another doctor where she goes back over your sheet again. I don't know why again, but yeah, she does that. And then she asks you about, like, do you have any birthmarks? Do you have any scars? Things of that nature. Okay, and then comes the really awkward part, whenever you have to take off your bra and your panties. And first she tells you to put your hands over your head and then bend down and touch your toes while she's looking behind you. And then after that, you sit on the little table thing and she checks your breathing. She makes you, like with the stethoscope, makes you breathe in deeply here and here and on your back. And then you lay down and she fills you up, checks for breast cancer. And then she like presses on your stomach, feeling around. And then after that, you scoot down and and then she checks you only for like 3 seconds. She's not going to touch you or anything like that, so don't worry about that. I think it's pretty much just make sure that, like, if you say you're a girl, you're a girl. If you say you're a guy, you're a guy. So then after that, that was it. You turn in your sheets and you get another sheet back. Then you take it to the front desk, you turn that in, and you get something else back, and then you take it to your liaison. My recruiter was there, luckily, and I saw him. I was like, hey, come here. And then I had to tell him that I wasn't swearing in, and he was like, why? And I told him, and he was like, oh, okay. But it's going to be okay because I'm still going to, just not as soon as I had hoped. So that's pretty much it about MEPS. It was an extremely long day. They do give you lunch while you're there. I had a turkey sandwich. So, yeah, I started at 3 in the morning, and I did not get back to Macon until like 6, 5 maybe, 5:30, something like that. And then I had another hour to drive back home. I was exhausted and I went to bed at 8 o'clock that night. And then I had to get up for school the next morning at 6:30. So you can imagine my exhaustion and disappointment of not being able to swear in. But, you know, stuff like that happens. Even some people that didn't have a problem still not get swear in. And so they had to spend the night another night and do it, like, again. Well, minus the physical part. But they were still going to have to get up, like, 4:30 in the morning. So that's pretty much it. That was my MEPS experience. Pretty much the same for everybody. Hopefully if you get a MEPS, then you don't have any problems. Just go ahead and say you don't wear, you know, the earring thing, the bra thing, the panty thing. Crap, I was going to say something else. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, don't drink orange juice. That wasn't what I was going to say, but that's another one. Oh yeah, if you take medication, don't tell them. Like, really, if it's not serious, don't tell them. Because they're dumb, and they won't let you join for stupid reasons. So, but that's pretty much it. That's my experience. If you have any questions, just private message me or leave a comment or whatever suits you best, and I'll try to get back to you. Bye!